First tonight, for the second time, the trust running Nottingham's hospitals find themselves heading to court to be prosecuted for the death of babies in their care. It comes as families affected by maternity service failings at Nottingham's two hospitals have written a damning letter to the regulators of doctors, nurses and midwives. They're demanding that groups like the General Medical Council be independently examined. Well, James Lewer will bring us up to date on that latest court case in a moment, but first, his report on the family's demand for more transparency.
You are part of the reason that we're all sat here today.
Sarah Hawkins, mother of baby Harriet, one of the 2,000 cases under investigation as part of the review of maternity services in Nottingham. Her frustration, along with those gathered at the latest meeting of families affected, now not just on the trust, but the people who regulate our doctors, nurses and midwives.
A lot of families feel like they have failed us. They have not been in touch with many families. Many families don't even know who they are.
In a damning critique of representatives from the NMC and the GMC, the letter from the families calls out a lack of transparency and honesty, failure to acknowledge past failures, and defensive and dismissive attitudes. So who are the regulators in question? The NMC, or the Nursery and Midwifery Council, are the independent regulator for nurses and midwives in the UK. Their responsibilities include promoting professional standards in the profession, as well as investigating concerns about nurses, midwives and nursing associates. The GMC, or General Medical Council, have a similar role, looking after doctors, physician and anaesthesia associates. While for Jack and Sarah, they fight on in memory of their baby Harriet.
There are just so many families that have been let down by these organisations.
And so many families who don't know that they've been let down by these organisations.
The NHS Trust, which represents this hospital behind me, says it will continue to support Donna Ockenden's review. And following that letter that has been sent by the families, we've heard from the GMC. They told the BBC, "We take concerns about doctors very seriously and will take action where we can." The NMC also added, "The families have our commitment going forward and will meet on a regular basis to better understand and respond to concerns."
And James, the families might be looking at other organisations at the moment, but today, news that the trust itself is facing prosecution once again.
Yes, today we've learnt that the Nottingham University's Hospital Trust will be prosecuted over the deaths of 3 babies who all died in its care in 2021. The trust has been charged by the Care Quality Commission with failing to provide safe care and treatment to both the babies and their mothers. This is, of course, the second time the trust has been prosecuted over maternity failings. In 2023, they were fined £800,000 after admitting failings in the care of Winter Andrews, who died aged 23 minutes in 2019. The fine was the largest ever handed to an NHS trust over maternity services. And regarding this latest prosecution, the trust has already indicated it intends to plead guilty to the charges when it's heard before Nottingham magistrates next week. In a statement, the Trust's Chief Executive, Anthony May, says they have cooperated with the CQC throughout their investigation and that they are unable to comment further at this stage.
James, thanks for that.